everybody, this is Tina and welcome to my video today, you guys. We are going to be making a card. I am using the color challenge from the Global Design Project website, and I am hoping to win or earn a guest spot on the design team. So you can go over to my coordinating blog post by clicking right up here in the corner or down in the YouTube description, and that will take you over to my website and you'll see all the details. The color combo today is going to be Melon Mambo, Smoky Slate, and Basic Black. So I'm going to be using a couple different products. The first one is I'm going to use this mixed border. We're going to create a fun background. I'm going to use the banners for you. I'm going to use the framelit sets. Here's the framelit set, and we're going to be using this banner. And then we're also going to be using Good Luck. I thought that was cute. And then we're also using a new stamp set, which is not available for customers to purchase until next month in August. So this is the Thoughtful Branches, and it's a super cute stamp set, and then it has these coordinating framelits that cut out, and you can do a ton of different things with this. This is a beautiful set. If you're a demonstrator, you can order it now. If you would like to become a demonstrator and order it now, you can do that as well. Otherwise, it will be available to order for customers next month. So I'm just using the tree framelit out of it for this card. So let's get started because there's quite a few steps. We're gonna need a piece of grid paper. We're gonna use Melon Mambo, and we're going to use Smoky Slate. And I'm just out of room on my work surface, so those stamp pads are setting aside. So I already have some items here ready to go because we're going to be doing lots of different steps. So we have a piece of Basic Black cardstock for the front of the card, and then we have some layers. So we have a Smoky Slate layer and a Whisper White layer, okay? So these just have a 1/4 inch cut off. The Basic Black is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The second layer is 5 1/4 by 4, and then the Whisper White layer is 4 3/4 by 5. So you can see I've just taken a 1/4 inch off each layer. I'm laying this down so it lines up with the grid, and that's how we're going to make sure everything stays straight. So we're going to start with Melon Mambo. And this is the border from the mixed border stamp set. And in my other video that I did with this stamp set, I told you guys I performed a little bit of stamp surgery so I could put these borders together. So that's why my border is all together with no gap. So we're going to clean that, and then I just want to stamp off a little bit onto the grid paper because Smoky Slate is a lighter color and I don't want any of my inks to mix. And then we're just going to go ahead and continue to go all the way up the card with these two colors. So I'm going to speed through this, and you will see, I'll be back when I get finished stamping the card. Okay, so as you can see, I just went ahead and stamped that. I had to turn the camera off and so I could get right over the cardstock. Otherwise, it came out crooked. See, I dropped it and it was coming out crooked. So I just needed to line that up. So now you can see that I have the background. And now this piece can just go onto our black piece. I'm going to keep my grid paper there because it is hard to see that black cardstock against my mat. Okay, so this piece is just going to go on here, and we can line that up like this. Now this piece is going to go on foam, so we'll wait to attach that piece. Now we have a couple other items. So what I've done is I've cut out a ton of these black trees, and you can see I've got 6 of them here. So what we're going to do is we're going to layer all of these together, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use my 2-way glue pen. You can see it has a little bit of black on there because the cardstock, when you use it on black cardstock, it tends to get a little bit black. So you're just going to rub it over the edges here, and it works pretty well. So then I'm going to put all of these together, and you just very carefully line these up, press down, And then you can pick it up and move it around, kind of just pinch it together just to get everything lined up. The thing that you want to make sure that you do is get glue all on the outside edges, otherwise they will fray up. And then if you just pinch it together, they line up pretty easy. So you can see how I've done that. I've just put all of the different pieces together, and now it's a little bit thicker. And you can do as many layers as you want. I think that that's pretty good. And it'll take just a minute for the glue to dry. You're going to want to make sure you wipe off your hands. If you get this glue on your fingers and the black, it's going to put black on your fingers, and then you'll get it on your white cardstock, okay? So the next thing that we're going to do is I have a black Wink of Stella, and I'm going to go ahead and paint this Wink of Stella onto this before I put it on my card. And you can see I have my white grid paper down there, and you can see that some of this is getting off onto that. So we'll need to let this dry. So what I can do is I've stamped the banner and then good luck right on this smoky slate piece of cardstock. So what I can do is just go ahead and run this over to my Big Shot, and I will take this framelit right here, line it up, and then we'll get this cut out, and I will be right back. All right, so I've ran through this through my Big Shot, and it's just gonna pop right out. And you can see it is perfect. So let's finish putting this card together. I'm gonna go ahead and move all of this glitter mess. I ended up not using one of my trees. So now we have this white piece on the foam tape. It's all centered together. And then we can take our tree, our glittery tree, and to attach this to the card, I'm just going to use a little bit of this mono adhesive, the liquid glue that we have, just because it's a little bit stronger. And now this piece is pretty thick, so I want to make sure I use something that is going to hold it down. And then also it'll dry clear if any peeks through here when I place this down. Once it dries, it will dry clear, okay? So we can place this right in the middle here. Okay, now we have our good luck, and we'll just use a couple dimensionals. I love these banners because they fit, the dimensionals fit perfect on them, which is always nice when you don't have to cut your dimensionals to use them. And I think these banners would look really great in Project Life, your Project Life album. So let's make sure that this is not upside down. We can put that on here. And then there's one other item I want to add just for fun. We're going to add a few sequins. So I have these clear sequins in a couple different sizes, and they're iridescent. So they have a little bit of pink to them. So I thought that would be pretty. And then it'll pick up that pink if it lays over any of that melon mambo. It'll pick that up. So I'll use glue dots to attach these, and we'll just sprinkle them around the card. So you can see that those sequins are just kind of sprinkled down. You can barely see them, but since they're iridescent, kind of moving that around, and you can see that shimmer and that and those sequins. So now I will just score my card base. This is a thick Whisper White piece of cardstock. We'll score that at 4 1/4. I will need to trim a little bit of my white off the bottom here and the side. But I will do that. But that is my card today using the Melon Mambo Basic Black and Smoky Slate color for the Global Design Project website. Hey guys, really quick, I wanted to pop back on here and show you what I did. The whole idea of when I started the card, the idea that was in my head is that this tree looked like one of those things that you pull out of the ground that, I don't know what they're called, but you blow on them and then all of the little things like blow off. And when I was a kid, we always did that and we made a wish when we would do it. And so that's kind of the idea that I had in my head. And if I would have angled this a little bit more, like instead of straight up and down, I think it would have come across a little bit better. But then I also, as I was looking at it, I decided to add a couple white flowers and then a couple of the sequins like on the actual tree. This is like supposed to be the tree, but the idea in my head was when there was nothing there, like, you know, you would have blown all the little pieces off and then like made a wish, like good luck. But I didn't know if that really came across. Like it just might have looked like a tree, like that was kind of random. So I added these little white flowers and then some sequins on there so that it looked like there were some still on there and then like some blowing off. So I'll have a photo of both of the versions of the card and then leave a comment below and tell me, did the concept come across? Like, did you get like that, or were you like, what's the random tree about? And then let me know which one you liked better. The one that didn't have the items on the embellishment or the one with the little flower and sequences on there. So thanks guys, and I will talk to you guys later. So I hope that you will head on over to my website and then head to the Global Design website just to check out all the other great color combination entries. And I will be back later this week to share with you guys another project. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I sure have missed filming. This is my first project back from summer vacation, so I apologize if it was a little choppy. I'm getting back into the swing of things, and I appreciate you guys having patience with me, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget that right now, for every $50 that you spend with Stampin' Up, you get a $5 coupon to spend in August. I have 2 other videos here for you guys to check out. I have my Foxy Friends shaker card, and then I have the card that I did last week, the watercolor sympathy card, so you can check that out as well. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, and I'll be back later this week to share another project with you guys.